Yo, 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 yo. What's going on? Terrell Hall of Fame, D-Line, TBKC, and all that other good shit. It really does feel great to be back and doing this. This video right here is strictly on some real shit. I got a question, you know what I mean? And, you know, it wasn't a bad question. It was an honest question, and the question was more so to the effect of, why, do I have such a staunch opinion about what's going on in the bully world with, the registries and different things of that nature, and why, you know what I mean? How do I feel like it can be fixed, or what is the product? And I'll tell you like this, and I love analogies, as y'all know, and this is one of the things I will say, is that what the registries embody as far as a breed goes is the governing body. This is every registry that exists is supposed to be making rules to make the dogs better and not compromise the game, but actually make the game a lot better. And as we've seen with many of sports, as we've seen with many of you know different scenarios, if those rules aren't followed for one way or another, destruction can happen. Excuse me. And I'll tell you like this, baseball is a great analogy for the American bully and what we see. If y'all remember back in the day, you had the juice ball era, and then you had the juice era. The juice era was the greatest. You had Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa, Barry Bonds, of course. And these guys were just, Jose Canseco, the snitch. But these guys were huge and knocking the ball out of the park. TV ratings, boom, just through the roof, through the roof, through the roof. And of course, at this time, I've seen numbers where they said they believe over half of the league was juicing and this and that and the other. And baseball always knew about it. Baseball always knew that they shouldn't be doing it. It was always a rule against it. But baseball fell in love with the ratings. Baseball fell in love with the money. Baseball fell in love with something that, at that time they felt like, okay, this is it, what it is. And I think at that time, baseball sort of felt like we could get away with this. And then the federal government stepped in and started using baseball as an example. Well, what happened from that time where ratings exploded, baseball was pretty much at an all-time high as far as, popularity. I mean, you looked prime time, all you saw was Sosa, McGuire, Bonds, you know what I mean? Especially when you had McGuire and Sosa going at it. And once the bomb was hit, the whole steroid bomb was hit, baseball was put on trial. And to be honest with you, what has happened is baseball has never recovered from that. No matter what they try to say, the game of baseball has not been the same since those guys left. They've not seen the type of numbers. I went to a few games. Actually, I wasn't living in Texas then, but I flew out and checked out Barry Bonds when he played the Astros here. You know what I mean? I checked out a couple of games just for that interest. I'm not a huge baseball fan. I love the Indians. But, I wanted to be a part of history. I spent a good amount of money. I'm sitting right next to, I'm feeling horrible about this. Willie Mays. Willie Mays and Evander Holyfield. I had bought my tickets right behind the first base, and I'm sitting next to two legends, and checking this out. And back on topic, it was a great experience. But the only reason why I was there is because hell, these dudes could knock the hell out of the ball. But what it did to baseball was it created a falsity that they had to live up to. And after that situation, people were seeing 60, 70 home runs. It took us on a high, It took us on a great high, because it would be amazing if guys could really do this naturally and was smashing the ball like that naturally. And we came back down to earth, where we started to see very, very talented and very good players. But, they're lucky if they hit the 50 home runs, which is very incredible. But it's not 70s, It's not chasing records. It's not the same excitement. And baseball's, they suffered for it. The American bully is much the same. Instead of the American bully following the rules and following the regulations of everything to just keep our game going, and I'll say game because we reference it to a game, but to keep our sport going, in the right direction, to enhance the dogs like Remy, to enhance the Gottis, to enhance the Pacos, to enhance all of the good dogs, you know what I mean? You know, we have to really, really, really do the best thing that we can do. We have to do the best that we can do to make sure that we have, you know, we have what we need to do to make our sport go forward. And y'all, excuse me, my train of thought got broke. But it has become to the point now that we are not doing what we need to do. We didn't enhance those dogs. We juiced those dogs up. We allowed other elements into the breed. I don't even know if we saw greatness, but that we saw excitement from dogs selling for $500,000. We saw, all of the posters and all of the every glitz and glamour that came with it. But now what the American bully world is coming to now is the down point, just like baseball hit, to where now the community is screaming for, like, damn, these dogs are dying. People that spent tens of thousands of dollars on this puppy, tens of thousands of dollars on that puppy, all these great hype dogs and all these different things, and we have nothing to show for it. It's a very, very, very sad situation, and we'll see. We'll see. If you sell out a breed, it's going to happen to you. If you sell out anything, it's going to happen to you. And right now, we've seen the American bully breed allowed by these registries to be so far pushed to a different extreme that we'll never be able to come back to what the breed is supposed to be without harsh rules and regulations. I think the popularity can come back, to what it was, because people actually loved the original dogs. But the damage that's been done now by the contaminating of the bloods, the lies, the pedigrees mean nothing anymore, because so many people hung papers, and not just hung papers with dogs within the breed, but hung papers with all kind of dogs. So with all that being said, man, it's just, it's ugly. And, we have to do a better job of not selling out the breed, not doing all these things that, just for popularity. Because in the end, we still have to get back to the original game. And the original game is going to be the foundation of what we need to do going forward to push this to an actual breed in 25 years. If we continue to allow steroids, paper hanging, and all the other issues that have come along with this breed, we'll see the same fate as baseball and some of the other sports where we have a big downturn. And unfortunately for us, unlike baseball, which has been well established for a very, very, very long time, we're not established, so it could be a death pill to our breed, which is starting to look like. As the shows get smaller, the dogs get worse, the public opinion of the breed that we're supposed to be making has gotten a lot worse. I don't know if we can recover. I don't think we can recover at the rate we're going. We're going to have to really clean things up and go in a different direction. But I tell y'all what, we'll try our best to do it. But it's going to be a rough one, man. Until the next video, much love. Peace.